and it's action. So it's a whole question of building a sense of community. We're all in this thing together. Hey, Phil Randolph used to say over and over again, maybe we came, our forefathers and our foremothers came here in different ships, but we're all in the same boat now. And that's the way we got to look at this thing.
We're going to have to, we're going to take two more people.
Just two more people. So you guys need to pick who the two are going to be. We'll take one female and one male. Okay. So we'll take the two of you.
I'd like to thank you all for having me here.
Microphone up close to you.
I'd like to thank you all for having me here, and I want to I was letting them know that I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, and also my roots are in Mississippi. We're very thankful for it. We're so thankful that my son has become a historian. He goes to a lot of the civil rights heroes and talks to them like Donnie Nash, Nick Gregory, Margaret Broad, and she knows a lot about Sam Broad. And he wants to make African American history not just for the month of February, but to make it forever. And help people like you to learn your history so when kids look, they don't have to come to this event and be omitted and not know. They'll know because it came out. So I thank you.
Thank you guys. I want to thank you all for we stand on your shoulders. We've sacrificed and showed a lot of courage for allowing us to be here. One thing to address about Rick Santorum, his poll numbers went up after he made that anti-black statement. So we need to keep that in mind, that he's representing a lot of people's feelings. But my question is, you guys, I'm glad you talked about turning the page and that this is a new world. What are some of the big ideas to carry us forward? I mean, what I'm really referring to is like the Niagara movement, for example. We're going to get together, we're going to reformulate a new strategy, a platform, independent party or something. What can we do to move forward? I love the stories about the past, but these young people need some direction and a plan and a strategy and a platform for the future.
No. We said we were going to take two back here. That's what we're going to do. Now,
Thank you.
Let me try to answer that. And in this forum, the young man mentioned the Niagara movement and the kinds of historic ways in which African Americans and for that matter others formed great movements and made change. This is my takeaway. When with the civil rights movement and the mimeograph era, somehow making a movement from the ground up was a lot of sweat and a lot of grassroots action. A woman in this city, a young woman, by herself, made a revolution against the Bank of America. When the Bank of America wanted to charge you for getting your own money, a young woman, one of my constituents in this city, sat down, didn't go into the streets, didn't do any of these brave things that you've heard here, sat down, went on her Facebook, started something. Within a week, Bank of America backed off. In Egypt, where people had only their cell phones, they deposed a dictator. Yes, they got into the streets, but that's not what did it. What did it was that they used what their generation had to make a revolution. We have not come here to worship or for a walk down memory lane to ask you to go out and start a student nonviolent coordinating committee or to find a way to help the homeless that is reminiscent of the way that John and Julian went into the South. By the way, not to help anybody. The way in which Nick went in was to go in and say, well, we're here as organizers. We can't go out unless the people in this community go with us. That was the kind of organization that people had to do throughout human time. What I'm asking you to do is to understand how revolutions are made in the 21st century. Don't feel sorry for yourselves if you didn't get your head beat, like John Lewis. Don't feel terrible that you didn't drop out of school, spend some of the best years of your life roaming around the South in demonstration after demonstration at risk of your life, like Julian did. We envy you when at your fingertips, with your cell phone, with your computer, with your iPad, is the ability to make the kind of connections that can make change in ways we never dreamed of. But if I have any frustration in my own city, it is that even those who work hardest to make the District of Columbia equal to other jurisdictions have not begun to use technology to do it. We have some of the best, our own constituents are some of the best bloggers and some of the best in the city. Do you think we use that? We use it in the old-fashioned way. So if you take anything from us, learn, yes, what we did, and particularly what John and Julian did. Because these are inspirational figures for the ages. The inspirational figures are now being born in the 21st century. I do not know her name. Who got the Bank of America to back them. I do know that she is a hero of your generation, and her name will be written in the history books. I want you to do one thing for me tonight. I want you to raise the rooftops to thank Julian Bond and John Lewis for spending the evening. Thank you, Eleanor Holmes Norton. Thank you so much.
Voting rights for the District of Columbia!
Voting rights for the District of Columbia.